Jen here. This is week 2 of March, and I'm starting with this picture that I printed out. It's a 4x6 copy of a poster that I made to send out for a crop that I was part of organizing. As you can see up at the top there, it says Crop for Haiti. My friend and I, along with some of the ladies from our scrapbooking group, organized a fundraising crop for Creative Scrapbooker magazine. They sponsor a school in Haiti, and they were hoping to raise $20,000 to build an art class. So different groups and organizations had crops all across Canada to help raise the money, which they did. They got all their money and more, so that's pretty cool. So that was just the poster as our crop was approaching. And then this is a filler card, just sort of like a title card. And as you can see, I'm sort of sticking to the same colors as the last week. So the blues, or I guess teals and turquoises, and then that sort of just off red color and yellow. Those dots don't really have anything to do with the layout at all, but I like the colors, so I pop them in there. And those are from the Carpe Diem, the original Simple Stories Carpe Diem collection. And I thought I would just put some of this gray washi tape down because they looked a little bit plain. It just needed a little bit of interest. So I know it seems like such a simple step. It's just a little bit of washi tape, but I think it really helped to kind of, I don't know, bring the eye down to those dots, and it makes them pop out a little bit more. And then, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of gold. I can never get the lid off of my Heidi Swapp gold. I don't know what it is. I clean it every time I use it. It shouldn't be sticking, but I can never open it. And that's it for that card. Now the next one is just a dinner that I made one night that my kids really enjoyed. It was just some cream sauce with sun-dried tomatoes and feta cheese, and what else is in there? Spinach and bacon, I think. But my kids loved it. Like, they devoured the whole meal. So I thought I would pop that in there to document it. I'm really lucky I don't have picky kids, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And you can see that card better. I know it skipped, but you will be able to see that card better at the end. And then, of course, I feel like I'm constantly documenting my niece, Harper. I think it's because she looks so much like my daughter. She reminds me so much of my daughter at that age that I just find myself kind of gravitating towards taking pictures of her. It's nostalgic, maybe. Don't tell anyone that she's my favorite. I'm just kidding. I'm a very proud auntie, so. But that was just a quick picture of her. There's no reason for it. She was just being cute. And then this picture is my daughter doing her science fair project. So this is sort of going to sit above a collage of multiple pictures of that same science fair. So I just want to put something over to the side to be able to write down that it is a science fair picture. And then I'm going to use a wood veneer arrow just to make sure that your eye goes down to the corresponding photos. So I just have a few gray label stickers. I don't remember where I got those from, but I have, I think, 4 different sheets of different colors that go with the gray. And then I think there was also some letter stickers that came with that pack. Excuse me. And then that's the wood veneer, so that you can make sure to see the other pictures. She had a lot of fun at that science fair. It's the first one that they have done where people could come in and take a look. Oh, and of course Evie has to pop in because it wouldn't be a video from me without a visit from Evie. And then this is just a picture of some of the yarn that my daughter picked out for me to crochet her some American Girl doll blankets and stuff like that. And I thought it was fitting that it's a lot of the same colors that I'm using in my spreads lately. So there's sort of a coral color, and then there's a turquoisey blue and mint and gray. So I thought it went well. And this last one is just a picture of me finally getting to take a bit of a rest and enjoying some tea. I don't often get to just sit and do nothing. When you have 3 kids, you can get pretty busy. So when I do have a chance to kind of curl up and enjoy myself, I like to document the fact that I've done it. So this is a quick one. I'm just going to put that die cut with those flowers and do a little bit of journaling about how it's nice to cozy up with a hot mug of tea before bed and just relax a little bit. And then a little more gold sprinkled around the card. And that's it for that one. So that was the first half of the spread. So I'll just lay them all out for you. And there you can see that collage that I was talking about for the science fair. And the colors are very similar to last week's as well. I don't know, I just really like them. There, I'm showing you that the arrow points down to that picture. And then I said goodbye. I probably thought that was the end. But this is now the other side of that layout. So this is my daughter and son's birthday. They're born on the same day. So we celebrate their birthdays together, usually as a family, a little family party. So this is just them opening some gifts. So again, you can see those same colors, that red color, and I've just pulled out a few different die cuts from, I think they're from a few different collections actually. That border strip that I'm trying to put on there says happy, happy, happy all the way across. That is from Amy Tangerine. And I like that for the most part the colors all match, so I really want to try and figure out a way to use some of those. And then I decide I'm just going to cut them up, and I can fit them a little bit better onto my picture, onto that card, with them cut up. So I picked the colors that are the closest matching to the red and that turquoisey color and the yellow that I've been using throughout. And now I'm just going to put a little cluster here of different things. I have a little wood veneer that is really, really old. That's from Studio Calico. And I'm going to fill the heart with a little piece of, it's just the inside that popped out of a label. And it's in that turquoise or teal color. And then this is actually the border that was around the label as well, that when you pop the label out you had the inside and then you had this border. So I'm going to use that too and pop one half on one side and one half on the other side. Obviously I decided to pop that half in after I put down that die cut with the flowers, because that's just the way I roll. And then I'm going to put that wood veneer piece down there, and then now I'll just try and figure out where to put all those happy, happy, happies. And at first I think I want to cluster them all on the same side, but eventually I do move those. Yeah. I just felt like there was so much, because the picture of my daughter is so big. I felt like there was so much drawing attention to her, and there was nothing drawing attention to my son on the other side. I took 2 pictures of him just because of the facial reaction he had when he opened his present. So it's 2 little pictures, and then she's the bigger one. So I wanted to make sure there was stuff on both sides. I can't get my glue to work. I don't know what's happening. I'm stubborn though, and I keep trying to use it, but it finally ran out today. So I won't be buying those Scotch ones again. And I have all that pretty stuff on my desk, and I really want to use that bird and that tag and then that label that says Snap, but they don't find homes. Not in this layout anyways. Now, unfortunately, I didn't realize that I didn't record the rest of this next card coming up. It's just a picture of us at the movie theater. We took the kids to the movies, but there you can see the finished product. And then here is just a 4x3 picture. I'm going to put a die cut in the middle that says that was fun and a little gold star. It's just some balloons and streamers that we stuck to my son's door so that when he opened the door on the morning of his birthday, all those balloons would fall out and he'd have to break through the streamers. This card is the birthday kids. They're just enjoying their fancy drinks. We took them out for supper before we went out to the movie. So I just thought it was cute to get a picture of the two of them drinking with their twirly straws. And I think there was like cotton candy and stuff in those drinks. And I found this candle stamp. The stamp set doesn't have a name on it or a brand name that I can figure out. I think I've had it probably for, gosh, maybe 10 years or so. And it's just one lone candle all by itself. But I couldn't find my stamp block, so I used the lid to that container and stamped those candles on. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling at the bottom about eating out and drinking up your fancy drinks for your birthday. Drinking up your fancy drinks for your birthday, that doesn't make sense. But you know what I mean. And then just to bring in some of the yellow and then that teal again, I'll use enamel dots. So I have 3 yellow ones up at the top and just 2 little teal, or I don't know, they're more like an aqua color down at the bottom. This is another filler card that I really liked. Let me see if I can read it. It says, "Be the reason someone smiles today." I thought that was really sweet. And of course, I have trouble with my Tombow Mono glue. I don't know. I must not know how to use this glue properly. I squeezed way too much out, so I just took it off with my finger and put it onto that picture so that I wasn't wasting it. But I just added a die cut heart and a wood veneer heart and then a gray chipboard heart and then some yellow enamel dots. I used a similar card to this one on the other side, so I like to try and balance my layouts that way. And this is just some cinnamon buns that we made one afternoon. So I put some of that gray and white washi tape, and then I have some of these buttons still left over from an old Fancy Pants collection. And of course they're the right color, so I thought I would use some of those up. I was struggling with that other card, so I'm just going to push it to the side for a second and work on this last one here. So this is a full 4x6 picture. Again, it's a collage of my kids being goofballs at the movies. I was trying to get a family selfie, but of course no one can smile and take it seriously, so I did a bit of a collage of all the silly pictures that I took. And I just added one of those gold chipboard stars and then some wood veneer hearts on top of that star. It makes for a pretty thick embellishment, but I actually don't mind that. It doesn't bother me too much, and I find that if you give yourself some embellishments that are thicker, especially on pictures that don't have a card behind them, it helps to keep them in their pages, in their pockets. And here I just found some Tim Holtz little word stickers. It's from the Occasions set that he has. So they were birthday specific little sayings. So I found one for each of those cards. And then for this last one, I'm just going to put down one of those little word stickers. I cut a wood veneer label in half and put it on either side of that banner that goes across. And now I'm going to use a few more of those buttons and a couple of enamel dots, and that finishes off that card. And here's the whole spread. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Happy scrapping. Bye.